Hello. Just getting things sorted. Hopefully I can get this sorted out and change the name of this live stream. Brilliant. Cool. Amazing. It's good news for me and everyone involved. I hope that, yeah. Okay. I'm live streaming. So thank you for watching me today. I am gonna play some Rocket League. I had a day at work, would you believe it? Things I've got a comment. Yeah. I've got a comment. I didn't expect that to happen. Yeah. I've got a comment. Brilliant. Okay, today I'm hopefully trying to make this live stream a little bit more constructive. So I talk about some different things, and as well as playing Rocket League, I actually talk about stuff to try and make it interesting to listen to. So for the first game, I'm going to get Google open. Oh no, I'm straight away playing. I need to connect to my controller first. That'll be a start. Yeah. So yeah, score a goal, and I'll just get some philosophical questions up. Okay. So first question, what makes you you? So this is an interesting question because first of all, you've got your whole body to think about. And then, yay! Yeah, somebody commented. I've got my brother and I've got my dad, which is quite nice. Yeah, so first of all, you've got your body. You've got your brain. And you'd think that would be it, because when your body fails you and you pass away, and when your brain decides to stop working, then you don't function, and you're not conscious, and you're not yourself anymore. But there is an argument that our consciousness is something special and is more than just the constituent parts, and is more than just what you're made of. So in that way, I would say that what makes you you is difficult to describe, and I think it's a product of all the different parts of you. So all of your fancy neurons and all your brains and all your body, that whole collection is you. But if that's all you, Dad's watched my the video I sent him. Thank you, Dad. That's a super question. Yeah. So but the thing is, if you're made up of your body and your brain and stuff, when you replace a part of yourself, are you still yourself? Well, of course you are. Like, if you have a haircut and it grows back again, you're still the same sentient consciousness human person. You're still the same person, and if you were to lose a limb, you'd still be the same. So at what point do you stop being the same? And yes, wait a second.
I need to know what this means. Sorry to interrupt. What does that mean?
Oh, it's just an update.
Do I have to press it?
Well, you can update it when you'd like to. But if you don't want to use your phone for a while, you can update it now.
So how long will it take to update it? And will it cost me stuff?
No?
Okay. Okay, so I just put download, load and install now.
Yeah, and leave it for a while.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
That's all right. Thank you, Mum. Okay.
To install now, tap to resume. What do I do?
Well,
do I have
just
to do it more?
yeah, just follow the instructions. You don't have to read it all.
Oh. What?
There, it's doing it now.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, close the door, please.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mum. Yeah. What makes you you? So, yeah, so at what point when you start taking things away from yourself, do you stop being yourself? Because if you lost an arm, then you'd still be the same. If you were to lose a brain cell, you'd still be the same. But obviously when you die, you're not the same. Or are you? Is that the truth about consciousness, that you continue being yourself regardless of your body? Which I don't think is true. I'm on the fence on this one, because I think you can be yourself and you're a part of your body and mind, and I think that's all you are, your body and mind, and that's all you. So you're basically your brain. But I think there is something special about body and good. I think there is something special about your body and mind, that transcends, goes beyond physical form. I think I've said this before, I think you've got the physical universe, and then I think you've got the conscious universe, which underlines all the matter. So I think all the dark energy, unexplained phenomenon in physics, is all part of the conscious realm, and we're just surfacing artifacts of that, because I think there's got to be something more than going on than just atoms. So I think what makes you you is sort of indescribable. Okay. Yeah. So, thank you for watching. I've scored a couple of goals. Oh no, just the one goal. Felt like a couple. We won that match, which is good. Time to have a cup of tea. And on to the next question. Let's see if I can do a question per Rocket League match. I used to do that, but I used to just upload the one Rocket League match, and I wouldn't live stream. Yeah. Okay, next question. Okay, what is true love? Well, personally, I would say true love is, love has got different forms, and that it's hard to pinpoint what love is exactly. But personally, I would say that true love sounds like the love between a a romantic couple? And at what stage does that love become true? I would say when some might argue that true love only happens when it's reciprocated, and that you have to have two people to have a connection with each other. Also, an example of true love, Bread Boy Banana has. But yeah, you could say true love is about when it's reciprocated. But I think you can have a deep affection for someone one way, but I don't think it is quite as deep as when it's two ways. Yeah. So I think true love it's when you rely on that person to have a good life and to be happy. Because like your family, you rely on them to be happy and to have time for people to care for you and look after you. And your mum and dad, you depend on them. Having a dependability with another person, I would say, is true love. And the more you depend on them and the more you couldn't live without them, I would say the more you love them. And I'd say true love is when you have a real person in your life and you depend on them and you couldn't live without them. And also you have... Because it's weird, because I would say that romantically I've had feelings of love, but with your family you rarely have those feelings. You don't really have feelings of love. You just it's more of a, well, of course I love you, sort of thing. Yeah. So it's just a difficult it's like, why don't you have feelings of love when you're with siblings? I think it's just more of a fact that you love your family. And it's not that you just say it because you have to. I think you just genuinely understand the importance of that person in your life and how much you like spending time with them. So it's just a confirmation of the dependability that you have. Do you know, I was watching a video earlier about Richard Dawkins saying the evolutional reason for homosexuality, because if you're not procreating, then like, what is the purpose from an evolutionary perspective for same-sex relationships? And I find it interesting because why do you need evolutionary reasons for things to exist? Can't things exist outside the realm of evolution and be pointless and just be a mistake? Oh no, I don't mean to say what I'm presuming. Ignore what I'm saying, but I'm just saying that just because something exists just because something exists doesn't mean that cavemen had to find it advantage for hunting and gathering. I think some things just exist because it's just a quirk in life. Yeah. So true love. Yeah, I think that true love is a dependability on another person, and the more you depend on them, the more you love them. So that's why I think, yeah, I think it's just like another way of saying the same thing, I'd say. So next question. Yeah. Hello, friend. Hi. Oh, I need to have a cup of tea. I need to score goals as well. Yeah, so yesterday's live stream was a little bit quieter. That's okay. But I did have good people that were watching. They were loyal and consistent. Yeah, scored. Yeah. So I'm going to say hello. I don't quite make the connection in my talking in my room. It just feels like I'm talking in my room. It doesn't feel like I have people sharing the experience with me, which is pretty cool. Because imagine if everyone that ever became a viewer of my video, imagine if I could see them and they were like an audience. I wouldn't want to say anything. But being in my room by myself, I can just speak freely and that's okay. So it's an interesting... This is the best part of my day. Not that I do much else with my days, but it's just the best part of my day. Is that a goal? Not quite. I am good, thank you. How are you? Good. Did I concede? Probably. I'm just typing. Good. Thank you. How? Yeah, I'm just talking to people on my live stream, which is an important part of the whole situation. Oh dear, this is not so great. I am conceding goals left, right and centre. Yeah, so okay. Okay, is a wrong act okay if nobody knows about it? Now that is interesting because if some... Oh, we can score, surely. Yay! Great stuff. I don't want to say the name because I can't pronounce it. Fenar is fine. Brilliant. It's great news. Yeah, so is something wrong if no one knows about it? Well, it's interesting because for something to be wrong, you sort of have to have somebody to judge that it's wrong, and that's how you can tell it's wrong in the first place. But if nobody knows about it, then you don't have that process of judgment, and does it ever truly become wrong? And then that comes back to the thing of whether morality is a truth and exists outside the human form, or is morality just 100% based on what humans think about it, and without us there would be no reality, no morality. So I think it depends on your perspective of what morality is, whether something's wrong if no one knows about it. I would have to say that things that I've done in the past, when it's only been me knowing about it, they felt a lot less wrong when somebody else knows about it and they think it's wrong as well. I think that the more people think that something is wrong, then the more wrong it is. So I think intrinsically, I don't know if I need to use that word there, but intrinsically, things are wrong if people deem it wrong. So I think if something would happen and it affects no humans whatsoever and it exists by itself and there's no one there to judge it and there's not even the person doing the wrong action to judge it, then I don't think it's wrong. And then does that mean that because we do things that are wrong and you get put in prison for it, but animals eat each other and they do things that are wrong if they were humans, but because they're not humans, they're not wrong. They continue going about their daily life. So I think things being wrong is definitely a human phenomenon that happens when we deem it to be wrong. Let's see if I can score. Oh dear. Oh no, that was an overtime goal. We lost. That's not so good. Okay, next question. If you've got any questions, feel free to the only question I don't take is stop asking questions, because this is the content of my Rocket League at this point. How much control do you have over your life? Now this is interesting because I would say in my life, in some ways I've had very little control over things that I've done, because my current job, I had no control over what I did in that job, but the only control I had was applying for it. But the only reason I applied for it was because it was available. So because the job, I had no control over the job, and I ended up choosing to do the job, and it's become my life. So I would say, apart from me wanting a job, I had little control over what the job was, what I did and how long it lasted and everything. But my life has been determined by it. I suppose at school I had control over what I chose to do as subjects, but then I had little control over, having to go to school every day. But it's funny, I always wonder what motivates children to wake up and go to school every day. Because I get it that that what motivates adults to go to work every day is money and paying your bills and surviving. Like, is the thing that gets kids to school every day, is it because you have to, sort of thing? And because you're forced to go to school, is that what keeps people going to school? I did an epic save. Shame you can't have epic goals. Yeah. If you happen to have access to Rocket League, then give me a shout and hopefully we can get connected. I've played a few people from the YouTube community on the old Rocket League. It's been quite good, actually. Yeah. Okay, I think I'll get another question out of my catalogue of questions. After I score a goal, maybe. Okay, next question. What happens after we die? I'd say I find it interesting to think about how little impact I have on the world, yet compared to the whole of society, it would just keep them running like normal. You'd still have public transport, and you'd still have schools, and you'd still have celebrities, and society would still continue to work pretty much just the same without you. But compare that to how much life matters to you, everything seems to matter so much, because me watching TV means I can relax and have a good time and find out about a storyline. But in the context of society, it doesn't matter if I watch TV or not, whatsoever, really. So what happens after we die? I would say society keeps on going like normal, but on a personal level, it matters very much so, because if you're not alive, then you're not conscious, and things aren't going well, and yeah. But it's just whether there's oh no, I missed that goal. It's just the question whether there's some kind of afterlife, and whether there's any existence outside of your own body and mind that continues after you die. And for me, I really don't know. I think there's something special about consciousness. I don't think it's as special as some people believe it to be, but I think it's more special because there's two different sides of it. There's the religious side where there's a God, there's a whole storyline, there's a heaven and there's a hell, and there's a whole reality outside of our physical earth. I think there's that side to it. But then there's also the whole thing of scored barely. But yeah, there's the whole thing that we're just physical creatures, and beyond our own brain there's nothing, and after we die the lights go out and there's nothing. I think it's somewhere in between those two realities. I think we continue to exist in some way. Our consciousness continues to be a part of the world, but I don't think that necessarily is contained to our own being, because we sort of merge with the rest of the conscious energies, perhaps. I don't really know what happens after we die, but the funny thing is that everybody, well, pretty much anybody healthy wants to live. Everybody doesn't want to die. Even the people who believe in the heaven don't want to die. Even the people who think that after they die it's going to get better, they don't want to die. I think the reason is that because dying is worse than being alive. And I think that's one of the universal facts. I think that when you're dead, it's worse than being alive. So you don't want to die, you want to live. And I find it so strange and bizarre how some people can believe in a life after death being better, but they still want to live. It's just a walking, talking contradiction. Yeah, I scored. I'm going to have t-shirts that say, yay, I scored. My merchandise. I'm already thinking about my merchandise. Yeah. I gotta save this. Oh no, it went over the bar anyway. Next question. Okay. What defines you? Now, I had an interesting conversation, well, it wasn't really much a conversation, more an argument, with my older brother once, eldest brother, that he said that what defines you is your job. And I'm like, no, no, no. I think there's more to your job, more to you than just your job. And that's probably because he had a job at the time and I didn't. I think what defines you, it's not necessarily your job. It's a collection of things. You have your friends, your family, your hobby, your personal thoughts on things, your interests, and there's a whole array of things that define who you are. But I think it's more of a case of your own, the entity of your own consciousness, whatever that is, the essence of you that keeps waking up every day and trying to and experience the world. And I think things happen to that essence of you, and the definition of you is a collection of your experiences and your thoughts. And it's a complex system that takes a whole brain to make who you are. And what defines you, not one thing defines you, but it's everything, and it's your whole experiences and your personality, and everything combined joins together to make up who you are. And it's difficult to put your finger on what exactly defines you. Do we have a soul? Now, it's difficult to say what a soul is. I would say it's it's an entity of your own person that exists separate from your human physical body. And I would like to think that we do have a soul, because I think there's something special about who you are, and I think that it makes sense that we exist outside our own physical form, but there's absolutely no evidence for that. A save and then a goal, maybe? Not quite. Not quite. Yeah. Maybe I could talk about more topical things, like what's going on in the world and stuff. Who I'm going to vote for and all that interesting stuff. Well, I heard on the radio someone... Yeah, it's good. I heard on the radio someone suggesting a 4-day week. And I think that would be great. And Labour was suggesting a 4-day week. And it's not so much the 4-day week that I really like. It's more of a fact of the 3-day weekend, because I just find that 2 days is just not enough to do everything you want to do and chill out. I think you need to have a day to chill out, a day to do things that you want to do, and a day to do things that other people want to do. So the first day you do the things that you want to do. I don't know if this is really a thing, but the first day you do the things that you want to do. The second day you do the things that other people want to do. And then the third day you just chill out and relax. And with all of that, you get a better work-life balance. So for example, on a 3-day weekend, the first day I do things I want to do. So I go swimming, I have a Subway. Not that I ever go swimming or have a Subway on a 2-day weekend. No. 3-day weekend, you can get everything done. So you go swimming, you have a Subway and you watch some films, play some games, like that. The second day, you play pool and you go for a walk. That's the other things you want to do. And then the third day, you do absolutely nothing and you spend all day indoors. And then that would be a 3-day weekend, and the work-life balance would be much better, because at the minute with my 2-day weekend, everything seems to be intertwined and you never find enough time to do all the things you want. Yeah. See if I can score from this fast break. Not that you can have fast breaks. Yay, I scored. I need to find a new celebration than yay, I scored. Unless that's going to be my merchandise. Yay, I scored. With Peter Newing with a goal and then just say yeah, I scored. Maybe I need to say yeah, I scored every time, because I don't know what else to say. I could say get in, yes. But I just like to highlight to the viewer that I have scored without it necessarily having a big huff and celebrating all the time. Okay. Let's go for do aliens exist? Wow, let me tell you, I don't know. I think if I was more atheist type person that didn't think we were that special and thought we were just physical objects and we were just the product of the universe, if I was like that, I'd think, well, probability wise, there's so many galaxies and there's so many stars and there's so many planets that we can't be alone, that we have to there has to be aliens. I think so. But I'm more inclined, probably leftover feelings from being religious or something, but I'm more inclined to thinking that we're special and that our existence goes beyond just a product of evolution. And I think that we're so special that I think it'd be silly if yeah, I scored. I'm getting tired of saying that. First world problems. But yeah, I think that if I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah, but yeah, because I think we're special, I think it'd be very remarkable if there was life elsewhere in the galaxy. I think it's strange to think, imagine if there was someone out there that was doing the level 3 apprenticeship, but they were like an alien, and everyone they knew were aliens as well, and they're thinking, playing Rocket League, what it'd be like if there was aliens, and we're thinking the same thing. But it's crazy stuff like that. I've got 3 of my friends online, but none of them are playing with me. Maybe I should reach out an olive leaf and see if I can play with one of my friends. When I say friends, I just mean fellow Rocketeers. I'm just going to send out 3 invites and wait a moment and see if I can get anybody to play me. If Rocket League games are 5 minutes and there's 3 people all in a 5-minute game, how long do I have to wait for one of them to stop their game and join me? And the answer to that is probably forever. So I'm gonna just play Rocket League. Because they're probably playing with their friends and stuff. Yeah. But there we go. Takes 2 to tango. What is education? Well, I don't really know if that's a philosophical question, because it's more of like a word and explaining what the word means, sort of thing. Oh, I didn't score. I conceded. Oh dear, I conceded. Pardon me. Yeah, so you have education. I'd say education is learning things in a structured environment with teachers and students. Next philosophical question. Is there reason to life? I struggle to answer that because I feel like there isn't a reason to like working every day. I feel like doesn't make the most of life and paying bills and stuff. And there's got to be more than just there's got to be more than just going to work every day. Like if I was in a farm all day and I was working hard in the fields, you can sort of understand what I need this food to survive. But in the 21st century, when there's shops and everything, do you really then need to, do you need to work every day? There are some things, well, most things I do in my day, or maybe half the things I do in my day, if they weren't done, nothing bad would happen. The world would keep on turning, and everything would be fine. There's some utterly pointless things I do, and the more pointful, I don't think pointful is a word, but the more important things I do, I'm not very good at. Do you know, I'm looking forward to not having work anymore, because I like being able to do what I like, and if I wasn't worried about how work was going and whether I'm doing a good job or not, I'm sort of fed up of having to feel like if I'm doing a good job and whether I'm making valuable efforts and whether I'm working all the time and stuff. Getting a bit tired of all that. I just want to do what I like and just be unemployed for a bit. That's my dream. Some people can dream. Is there a reason to life? Yeah, I think it can get lost with the monotony of work, I would say. But I think there is a reason to life, and we don't fully make the most. I think the reason to life is to have good relationships and have good times with friends and family and do enjoyable things like play balls on the beach, but more importantly to win, I think. But yeah, I had not to go on about the stats of my channel, but earlier this week I had good 3 days in a row where I had some good activity and there were lots of people watching, and yesterday was a bit quieter, and then today so far is even quieter. Maybe the difference between lots of people watching and not many people watching is Amy and her friends. You don't know what goes on behind the scenes. Yeah. But I think even if I have a few quiet days, I think I should persevere and keep at it, because obviously the ultimate goal is to grow my channel, and I think perseverance is the way to do that. Next question. What is infinity? It's like a Vsauce. I would say infinity is going on forever without an end. And yeah. Do I think infinity exists? No. Not really. I think it's just the thing that we make up. I don't think it really exists. Now the question is whether is the universe that we're in, is that the only universe, or are there other versions of reality? Like if we're a simulation and we're on a computer, then there's going to be other universes in other simulations, so that's for sure. But if we're a physical entity, and yeah, like one question is, does it matter if we're a simulation? Like if we found out that we were part of a simulation, would you do anything differently? Probably not. I'd like to do well at Rocket League. I'd like to get better at Rocket League. Let's jump up for the ball more often. Even though I'll miss it most of the time, if I jump up for the ball, then I got more chance of things going well. I jumped up, but I saw it go in. I think I'm scoring more consistently, so there's that. Where do thoughts come from? Now that's really interesting, because you have thoughts and you feel like you have control over your brain because all the thoughts you have, they decide everything that happens. But in actual fact, do you have any control over where those thoughts come from? It's really interesting. Got to save. Yeah. Do you have control over those thoughts? And I would say that, do I have control of... let's think about that. I don't know, actually. I think some people can do brain scans, and it's actual fact that your brain has activity because before you're conscious of the thought entering your head. So when somebody pushes a button randomly, their brain has activity like half a second or something before they push the button. So even though they feel like they're pushing it randomly in that moment, your brain has activity beforehand. So it's almost as if things go on in the background and your brain things go on in the background and your brain is conscious of all the surface level things happening. Now the question is, am I able to score? I need to jump up like that all the time. I need to be jumping up. Oh, I took it away from everywhere. I need to always jump up because then I'm more likely to win the ball. Okay. Next question. What is time? Time is... it's difficult to define time without using the word time, I would say. Or synonyms of time. Time is the periodic elapsation of something ticking. Time is a measure of the periodic... I don't know how to define time. Time is the... How do you say what time is without using seconds or hand ticking or something time related? I don't know what time is. I don't think it can be. I don't think anybody knows what time is, which makes it a bit special. I think when my mum gets off the phone, I'm going to have another viewer from my dad. So there's that to look forward to. Look, I jumped up there and I got a bit of the ball and I assisted a goal. There you go. Okay. Can you kill 10 people to save 100? And I think that the answer to that is objectively no. This is what I used to believe when I did philosophy and ethics at school. I think that morality is objective. I don't know what the word is. Yeah, morality, it just depends on the action, and you can't justify things just because you want to. But then that's ridiculous, because if you follow my logic, 100 people die, and that doesn't make any sense. More people die. But I think it's a good rule of thumb just to think of the action by itself, rather than thinking about a means to an end. Think of the end by itself. I think that's a healthier way of looking at whether you should kill people or not. I think the answer is, can you kill people to save 100? Like most people would say yes, but actually I think in that situation it's almost like you're given too much choice. Like, yeah, I wouldn't go out and kill 10 people to save 100 people. Probably not. But then if it was as easy as push a button to save these 100 people, then you're almost, killing the 100 people by not pushing the button, if you know what I mean. So I think the easier you make the killing the 10 people, the better it is. So I think you can kill... I'm contradicting myself, but I think you can kill 10 people to save 100, I think. Because by not killing those 10 people, are you killing the 100? If you pass it, if you let something happen, are you then killing them? No. Because you become a murderer by saving 100 people. I think it's morally wrong to kill 10 people, but it's difficult. I think you either say I didn't know England are playing. Is it wrong to watch the England game when Rocket League is on? No, I don't think it is. As long as your internet can handle it. I can't watch the England game because I'm playing Rocket League. I didn't even know there was an England game. That's how out of touch I am with the world. No, I think it's right. I think it's fine to watch the England game. I actually hope, like I'm playing Rocket League, and I'm playing Rocket League, and I'm talking at the same time, and I'm live streaming. I think it's only fair that the people watching the Rocket League do something else at the same time, because I'm doing two things at once. I think it's only right for other people to do two things at once. I try and make the Rocket League as interesting as possible so that it's actually worth people watching just by itself. That's what I hope for. But, oh well. Is there a God? I used to think there is, and I didn't know why. I thought there was, probably because of religion and stuff. I think it really messes up taking a child and brainwashing them. I think you shouldn't do that. I think Ricky Gervais says you should never teach someone about God or religion or anything before they're 20, and then when they're 20 they can learn everything. I think it should be kept a secret, because I think it's wrong to brainwash people just to say one way or the other, because it's such a, whether there's a God or not, it's like it has such implications over morality and everything, and your own life after death, and it makes such a difference whether you believe in things or not. Now, let's do some maths here. No, I'm not going to subject myself to it. If I've got me watching it to check on the live chat, my brother watching it and watching England play, how many goals is Harry Kane going to score? I don't know. Yes! Yeah, so I'm going to put in my Rocket League ID. And hopefully I can play the old Rocket League with someone. Which is a bit of fun, actually. I know my Rocket League ID off by heart, but I'm still checking it. Giveaway or trade? I don't know how to do that. I'm really a novice when it comes to. Let's go on the store. I don't know how to trade. Okay, yeah. I don't know how to trade stuff, if I'm honest with you. But I can always learn how to. Okay. Yeah, so I think ID maybe. Okay. Okay, yeah. Hmm. Let's see if I can find this person. Yes, thank you. I'm a bit of an idiot there. Okay. Hmm. I'm just gonna end the Rocket League just for a little bit. See if I can find this person on Steam. Hopefully it doesn't end my live stream. Would not want that to happen. I'm not hopeful that this is gonna work. Me finding this person. Um, okay, this is hopefully the live stream continues. Will I add this person? I think my name is Peter Newing. I think. Is that my name? Yeah, it is. Sorry for those wanting Rocket League action at this time. I'm just trying to add this one person on the old Rocket League to see if they're available. I'm just giving this person one moment, of course. Yeah. So I hope that the England. Do you know what? Stuff everything. I'm gonna get the England match as well. When is the Is it on BBC? Let's have a look. Let's find the old must be ITV then. I'm waiting for this person to add me, which is a bit of fun.
If it goes anywhere across him into the far corner.
No way. England are winning 3-0. That's great. Okay. This person on the live chat is dormant. So I'm going to continue playing Rocket League. Because I did try to add them, but things have not worked so well. Oh well. Yeah, so I'm just going to play Rocket League. Sorry about all that bizarreness of trying to get someone to add me. Who's that person? You find English players that you've never seen before. So I am watching England play football, and I am playing Rocket League at the same time, just to join Bread Boy Banana in that respect. Will I be able to talk about philosophical topics? No. But I will be able to... I really can't watch the football, I've just realised. Because it's impossible to concentrate on... Oh. They're just going to comment their own name. This is great. Yeah, this whole England watching Rocket League, adding situation, philosophical questions, it's just straight up not going to work. Hopefully, this I'm not going to complain. I'm not one to complain. But I'm trying to add this person. We have sent a lot of messages to each other. Okay. Thank you very much for putting in your name. I am going to search for it. Not so juicy shadow. Okay, I need to concentrate on the game. Yeah, do you know what? I think I'm just going to... What is 4-0? What just happened? I'm watching the football now, I'm not playing Rocket League. How did that happen? I missed a goal in the England match. Right, sorry. The England match is going away. I can't concentrate. Oh, I was spelling it wrong. Sorry. I was spelling juicy like the normal way. Not so juicy shadow. Yay! Yes. Anyway, yeah. And worth it. Anyway, yeah. The match isn't going so well. Yeah, I'd love to watch football. I'd love to watch the old football, but you know, yeah, love to watch the old football, but you're going to coach me a lot. You, I must admit, I've been a bit distracted with watching England play football, and yeah. Not saying that I'm good at Rocket League, but I haven't been concentrating for quite some time. Cool. I'm gonna get coached. Right, let's try and score a goal to redeem myself. But there we go. I've scored. Not that I can do that normally. I really want to watch England play football, but I, you know. Anyway, let's focus on my own Rocket League. Otherwise, I don't think it'd be very interesting if I just watched the England football match and didn't watch anything else, and I wasn't playing Rocket League, and I wasn't talking, and yeah. Yeah, I must admit I'm a bit of a newbie. Not a newbie, but yeah, Rocket League isn't my strong point. I'd like to get good at Rocket League. I've got the groundwork sorted. Yeah. I can deal with when the ball's on the ground, but whenever the ball gets into the air, I struggle. Yeah?
Like, whether you play pool with Joshua or not, could you, after your work, take this up to him?
What is that? Maybe, yeah.
We've got 2 bottles of water, but he's requested these. You actually had at university, but you're not using them at the moment, and he needs them. And that is 2 little baking trays, like this.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, and your potato peeler, right? Because he hasn't got one,
Yeah.
and we can just buy you a new one if you should need one. I think these were his knives, not your knives, but they might be a combination of the 2.
Yeah.
And this was your little sip.
Okay.
So just thought that they're
Is
very good sizes for one person.
is Josh coming round for food at all?
Don't know about tomorrow, but he will be at the weekend. But Amy's coming tomorrow, and he might cook for her.
What, are we eating Josh's meal?
No, he might cook for her at his bus.
Okay.
We'll see.
Thank you.
Right, but if you could deliver these are things he needs. Please.
Yeah. Okay, let's continue. Is there an alternative to capitalism? Now, this is interesting because capitalism at the moment means that means that we're forced to go to work every day. I don't really know what it is actually. It means that it's money centric, the whole society, and it's all about having money and spending money, and whether you have your needs met is all to do with whether you have money, I'd say. And I think that's the wrong way to think about it, because I think instead of thinking about work and money, I think it's better to think about time and people. They're more important commodities, I would say. Yeah. So time and people is more important. So it's trying to build a society where time and people are the more important commodities, and whether you earn stuff is more intertwined with how much time you put into things, and which is at the moment because you get paid per hour, but also your relationships. Because imagine a world where we didn't have jobs and you earned your keep by having good relationships with other people and by treating people well and being kind, and you have thank you mum, and you have alternative ways of judging whether you're worth it, rather than just having people with all the wealth just because they've got the highest paying job. Yeah. It's interesting. It's alternatives to capitalism. I'd say capitalism is probably still a good idea, but also have a universal basic income where everyone is entitled to meet their basic needs. But if you want to have any special requirements like fancy food and entertainment, then you have to work for it. But imagine that the work isn't normal. It's more about yeah, it's good. Imagine if the work isn't normal. Imagine if it was more about other factors that lead to quality of life, like visiting different places and achieving personal goals. Like if you tidied your room and you mowed the lawn and you went on a walk and you also spent time with family, and if that was your day, then you'd be able to earn rewards and have be able to buy fancy stuff by doing things that enrich your life. So you would want to earn money and you'd enrich your life at the same time. So I think a world where oh no, I scored the own goal. I think a world where your needs are met, like food, shelter and clothes, and your basic needs are met, but any luxuries you have to earn, but you don't earn through money. No, you don't earn through boring work, you earn through the ability to enrich your own life, and by doing valuable things which help your own life means you can earn. I wanted to follow that up with a goal. Yeah, so I think the difference, but to do all that, all of the basic needs would have to be like food and farming and everything would all have to be automated, and all the jobs and stuff. But I'm pretty hopeful. I think in my lifetime they'll figure out how to replace all the jobs with automation, I think. So I don't think... So when people say, oh, you're not going to retire till you're 70, I don't think I'll be in work when I'm 50, you know, sort of thing. I think they'll figure out how to automate everything, and yeah. So I'm pretty hopeful of not having to retire because I'm already living in a world where you don't have to work, sort of thing. Josh is, my brother, is watching the football and he was watching my Rocket League at the same time. And then I had a go at trying to watch the football and I missed a goal on the Rocket League and I missed a goal on the football and it wasn't working very well. So I decided to concentrate on the old Rocket League there. Yeah. Okay. I wanted to be able to save that. Hopefully Liverpool can... No, not Liverpool. Yeah, hopefully Liverpool win the Premier League, but hopefully England can win the World Cup one day. That'd be nice. Yeah. Because, well, just because they're winning... last time I checked, they're winning 4-0. I'm trying to get this ball in the net, but it's not happening for me. And I got someone who's going to play me tomorrow, which is fairly cool. Hopefully, more people can watch me this weekend. I had a really successful 3 days at the beginning of the week in terms of people watching me, and yesterday was quiet and today is even quieter. Yeah, just trying to... So in the meantime I should try and make it more interesting to watch, I'd say. Make it interesting to listen to as well. But I think people are busy playing Rocket League, I'd say. Because a lot of the people I watch play Rocket League. But I feel like I've got somebody new that's going to help me out with the old Rocket League there. Let's save this. Yeah, so I think overall we got 6 seconds to try and score a goal. Should be quite good. Right, next question. Is there a supreme power? And I'd like to think no. I think there is the collection of all our conscious beings together, that as a collective is bigger than its individual parts. So us as a society is a bigger power than us individually, and we can work together to achieve more. I think there is a sense of that, and also the physicality of our consciousness, if that makes sense, the actual conscious energy, if it exists, the essence of our universe and the reason for our consciousness and our own perception and just the reality, that essence, I think, is a power in itself, and I think that as a whole has a deeper meaning than us individually, and we're just sort of surface level floating in this deeper sea of consciousness / energy. I think there is a sense of that, if that makes any sense at all. Probably doesn't. But also I think But in terms of like a god with like a personality and being able to talk and stuff, I'm not convinced. But there has to be something, because there's so many different religions, and I think they're all trying to. They're all, if there was no deeper sense of a supreme power, then I think nobody would be looking for it. So I think there has to be something there, some inner deepness that you can find within yourself. There has to be some source of spirituality or something for there has to be, because there's so many religions searching for the same thing. But whether there's a being with like personality and is able to judge people and condemn people, I think is a sort of wrong interpretation of that deeper sea of consciousness. I'm just making things up at this stage. But next question. Oh, I think I conceded there. Yeah. Do you know, I'm getting pretty tired. So I think I'll end with just this Rocket League match. The benefit, the good thing about this live stream is I've got somebody who wants to play Rocket League with me tomorrow, which is good, because that means I got somebody who would join me. I think there was a stage when I had lots of people joining me playing Rocket League and things were going well, but I suppose it's hard to define well, but it's nice when more people watch, particularly when you have people contributing to the live chat, because lots of people, lots of different ideas. Got an assist there? Yeah. So yeah, so like there were times when I had 5 or 6 people watch me consistently, and today I've had one or two people. So it's crazy. It's just the same thing, me in my room playing Rocket League, and things are different. But I appreciate anybody who watches and stays. It's quite nice. But I suppose I have come a little way from when I first started, because when I first started I would have nobody watching me, and always having 1 or 2 people watch me is quite good actually, so I appreciate that. Yeah, so thank you for watching this Rocket League. I think it's a curse of my Rocket League that people start watching as soon as I want to end the Rocket League. But yeah, I've had a good time, and I've had gaps of not talking about anything and faffing around with adding people and stuff. But yeah, hopefully things will pick up over the weekend. Right, let's jump up and let's go. I missed it. Nearly got it. Yeah, so hopefully yeah, it'll be the weekend my next Rocket League, because it'll be Friday tomorrow, and I'll be talking as if it's the weekend, and hopefully I can, don't know, just be a bit better because it'll be the weekend. Still got to do a shift at work. That's not so bad really, just a day. It's only a day, you know. I've done the hard part of the week. Most of it, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so thank you for joining me. Appreciate what people that watch. Even if Josh was watching the football at the same time. I missed the football, but there you go. Yeah. But yeah, thanks for watching. Let's finish with a save. See if we can get a goal. It's unlikely. We'll see what happens. Might be an assist. Yeah, thank you for watching. I think I'm going to end it here because I'm getting pretty tired. Oh no, that went in. Yeah, I'm getting pretty tired. I think today was better. I was talking about more interesting things. So, particularly at the beginning. And I think if I continue uploading every day, hopefully things will work out and people will watch. But to be fair, people watched today, so it hasn't been too bad. Okay, thank you, Dad. Good night. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye for now.